Go.
Hi, I'm Erin.
And I'm Sara.
And this is going to be our recap video for our Vintage Blues workshop for Swing Ann Arbor in the month of August. And this was all levels. It had great things for beginner dancers as well as intermediate and advanced dancers. Class 1 was our strutting class, where we introduced you to a lot of basic steps and rhythms that we wanted you to have for both a more casual closed embrace as well as a full closed embrace. We started with just stepping and doing these slow rhythms, 1, 2, 1, 2, to the beat, just bending the knees evenly both times. We also had our touch and go, touch and go, touch and go, touch and go. That can go in a circle. And I mentioned that it has the same rhythm as a triple step, but it has nowhere near the same weight shift pattern as a triple step. We're leaving almost all of our weight here as we push through the foot and then shift the weight. Push through the foot and then shift the weight. We also introduced just basic walking patterns. They can switch between slows and quicks. That was great to introduce from turns as well, with quick, 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 slow, slow, quick, 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 slow, slow. And we practice adjusting the frame from here to here. We also had just kind of basic forward and back walking patterns as well, where both of you, it's very important to keep your centers squared to each other instead of rolling or twisting away from each other as you go back and forward. And you guys were fantastic at that. Then we moved into wanting to give you some solo movement that was going to give you confidence in some of your more grinded and jukin movements, which are going to include fishtails, applejacks, and mooches. So Sara led us through a lot of that. Should one of us be turned and one of us forward?
Yeah, and we did these moves in slightly different ways. I focused more on my hips and Erin more on her leg movement or knees.
So the fishtail. But both of us talked about the fact that it's very important to keep your chest still open, your shoulders back and down, and there is definitely a level change as you rotate your foot from one side to the other. And you can do this rhythm slow, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can also do it in quick time. And if you take your fast fishtails and you just emphasize the moment where you've shifted the weight and the knee is pointed in, you get applejacks, or apple tails. Good. We also had mooches, I guess I should be facing front again, where it's very similar to our idea of the touch and go step, but now we're going to touch forward, and the go part involves a rotation all the way through the hip. Touch and go, touch and go, touch and go. Okay? And then our next class, our juking class, was putting all of those ideas and the different rhythms, the fact that you can do slows and quicks as well as your stutter rhythms with all of these, putting that together into partner dancing. So we worked a lot on partnered fishtails, talking about how important it was, leads, to really just stay up in your posture, down in your shoulders. Don't lead too much from the hands. There should be a little bit of tone and resistance in your connection, but nothing too much. I'm not leading her through the fishtail with my arms. I'm leading her through with my knees and my hips. And you can make it quicker. You can do your triple ones. It's fun to change the posture when you go into partnered applejacks to kind of here, do, da. Because it's so on the ball of the foot for applejacks, it's helpful to bring the chest forward to emphasize the weight on the ball of the foot here, which is why our frame changes. And then lastly, we had partnered mooches, touch and go, touch and go. These can be kind of soft, where the follower is essentially kind of feeling a hesitation and then a weight shift. Or I can also use a lot of tone through my core to help encourage her to rotate her hip.
And I can add on a little myself to make them bigger.
And again, these can also be boom, go, touch and go, touch and go. That was fabulous. And then we went into our Make It Your Own class, where we gave you songs that had 12-bar choruses, typical of 12-bar blues. And we wanted you to do 12 bars of partner dancing that had a simple structure to it, followed by 12 bars of solo dancing that, again, we gave you ideas to work first with your arms, then with your hips and your fishtails, and with your mooches to move back to your partner.
Yeah, we talked about how you can use fishtails to get away from your partner, and then mooches to get back together.
Yeah, and we had a specific structure for you guys to practice going through all of your material in the 12-bar chorus, but make up your own structure and make it your own. It'll be fantastic. Thank you guys so much. It was a pleasure being with you guys today.